Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to explain about nested if or if else statement. So what is the meaning of nested? If one if statement is present within what another if statement, we will call that one as what nested. One if statement within what another if else statement, or one if else statement within what another if else statement, then also we'll call that one as what nested. Okay, the statement is if one if statement or if else statement within another if or if else statement, then it is called nested. Okay, so when expression statement 2 will be executed if expression 1 and expression 2 both are what true, statement 2 will be executed. If only expression 1 is what true, statement 1 will be executed. Okay, so otherwise it will continue with what next statement line after the closing bracket of what outermost if statement. Okay, here when the statement 2 will be executed, if both the expression 1 and expression 2 are what true, statement 2 will be executed. Statement 1 only if expression 1 is what true, statement 1 will be executed. Okay, when expression 3 will be what executed, if expression 1 is what false, then statement 3 will be what executed. Okay, I have taken a simple Java program to find the biggest among three numbers using what nested if else statement. Okay, so write a Java program to find biggest among three numbers using nested if else statement. Okay, so I have to use what nested if else statement. So for since I have to write a Java program, it's a pure object-oriented programming language. Everything should be there within a class. So I have taken out on class with name of largest opening branches, within which there is a public static void main. Okay, so there I have taken three variables. All three are of type what integer. So I'm going to read from on keyboards. Therefore, I'm taking the help of what scanner. Scanner is a class within which there are so many functions using which we can read from the what keyboard. So how to create an object? Class name, object name. Object name can give what anything. So new operator, again class name. So we will call this one as constructor calling. Why this system.in? Because we will going to read from the system input. That's keyboard. Okay, system input. Therefore, we'll write system.in. Class name, object name, new operator, again constructor calling. Okay, so now object got created using the object in a scanner class. In a scanner class, we have so many functions like a next int, next float, next double. So if I want to read an integer value, go with what next int. If you want to read a double value, go with the next double. Okay, yeah, now I need integer value, so I'm using what next int. Next int I is what caps. So I will get the first value that I'm storing within n1 in the same way in n2, n3. Okay, so next I have to use nested if else statement. Okay, so I will go with what if statement, checking whether it's n1 is greater than what n2. Okay, and again I'm checking in a nested if statement, I'm checking what nested if else statement, I'm checking whether it's n1 is greater than what n3. If both are what true, now what will happen? If both are what true means n must be what largest number, that will be printed. If this one is what true, this one is not true means this one is true, and this one is not true means n3 is what greater than n1, but n1 is greater than what n2. Therefore, indirectly n3 is what greater than what n1 as well as what n2. Therefore, we will going to print what n3. n3 is 3. So n3 will be what printed plus concatenation operator. String will be printed what as it is. Okay, else when it will come to what else part? If this condition is what false. This condition is false means n1 is greater than what n1. N2 is greater than what n1. So it will directly come over here. Now I am going to check whether n2 is also greater than what n3. This one is what true. N2 is the largest number. Okay, else if this condition is false means n2 is greater than n1 but it's not greater than n3, therefore n3 must be largest number. So I'm going to print that one. This is the end of what you close, this is the end of what your outer else part, this is the end of what your main, and this is the end of what your class. Okay, just copy the program. Yeah, so the next the last conditional control statement, that is what switch statement. So when we're going to use what's switch statement, if you want to select anyone out of many options, we're going to use what switch statement. Okay, even we can use what if else ladder, but if you want menu driven option, switch is what best option. Okay, so switch statement is used to select one of many code blocks to be executed. If there are many code blocks and you have to select what anyone, then you can go with what switch statement. And switch statement will provide a menu driven option. Okay, if you want menu driven option in a program, so you can go with what switch. Okay, yeah, what's the syntax? Syntax is a switch expression, and this expression must be either what integer or what character value. Okay, okay, so next case x. So suppose if expression result in some value x, then this code block will be executed. Then we'll write what break, and this will come out of what your switch statement. Continue with what next line after the closing bracket. Suppose if expression results in what y, this code block will be executed. Then once it encounters what break, it will come out of that switch statement. Okay. If none of the values are not matched, then it will directly go to what default, and it will go to execute what default block. Then it will come after executing, it will come out of what your switch statement, and it will continue with what next unit line after the closing bracket. So I have taken a simple example. So into day is equal to what 4. Earlier I told switch will going to take either integer value or character value. So now what's the value of day? 4. Whether 1 equal to what 4? No. Whether 2 is equal to what 4? No. 3 is equal to what 4? No. 4 equal to 4? True. Okay. So now the case 4 is what true. So it will going to execute system.out.println, and you will get the output as what Thursday. You get output as what Thursday. Since we have written what break, it will come out of what your switch statement, and it will continue with what. So next line after the closing bracket. Okay, so you'll get output as what switch. Okay, just copy this particular program in your notes, and I'll continue with the next concept, that is iterative control statements, in next video. Thank you.